Good morning. We will begin today's activities with an opening prayer to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
O Lord, I cry for peace. Purify my eyes to see peace. Purify my mind to understand peace.
Lanuiin pangatayan ko, kasihunin kasahigit naan. Lanuiin panginggan ko, uminang pakasahigit naan. Amuin kasahigit raan, nanag na idenha, kasila sa ibang tulong.
O Panginoon, patatagin mo ang aking pananalig sa kapayapaan na nagmumula sa iyong kalooban. Iba-iba man ang anyo ng iyong pagpapahayag ng sarili at pag-ibig sa sangkatauhan.
Sumaguwa inhantang nun, asal tumaktab megswala si Kemon manusia dok iyan na inmeleng.
Mua ako, o Ginoo, timaan sa iyong kalinaw. Magpuyog ko sa kakinabuhi na makananayon. Makikdialogo kanimo ug sa kanunay, magtinguha sa iyong presensya.
En diálogo na mi vida, para descubrir otra vez cosa quiere decir el de mi vida. En diálogo na otros, para trabajar con armonía con los demás. En diálogo con su creación, para quedar con el mundo.
Give me, O Lord, the courage to live in dialogue in the midst of divisions and conflicts, and to build peace with all people of sincere hearts, to believe in love and compassion.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidinig. Lumalang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good morning! Kamusta po ang lahat? Gising na ba? Inaantok pa? I can see we are many here today in Zoom. Binabati ko po kayong lahat. I'm Kathleen Reyodique, and with me today is my co-host, Atty. June Quicho. Hi, Atty. June. Good morning.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Good morning. Good morning, Kat. At sa lahat ng mga kasama nating mediators at saka mga participants sa ating national conference.
Again, we welcome you to the National Conference on Mediation. Just to give an overview about the conference, this is a two-day event with the theme Mediation in these critically challenging times. These are indeed challenging times for humanity in general and for us Filipinos in particular. We are now in the age of information technology, and this is supposedly the time where information is at hand. But why does it seem to be the time when truth is most elusive? The economic progress coupled with infrastructure development, which we desire, at times causes the dislocation of poor people and done at the expense of the environment and natural resources that many people depend on. Relative to that, victims of conflict and natural disasters continue to be displaced while facing conflicts regarding housing and social services. Environmental conflicts and climate change issues continue to be urgent concerns. Meanwhile, the pervasive problems and conflicts remain. The Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao remain a fragile and conflict-affected society with RIDO or violent clan conflicts exacerbating during election period. Our indigenous groups remain a victim of red tagging as they continue to defend their ancestral domains. The urban poor often clash with the government, the latter's build projects, with prospects for decent relocation and housing outstanding issues. Agrarian reform beneficiaries are beset with second generation land reform problems. Many of these issues are subject to mediation, but are we equipped to mediate these new brand of conflicts? Are we progressing in our ways of finding solutions to persistent conflicts? Are we really moving forward?
So through this national conference, MedNet sees the need for mediation to be mainstreamed in government and private institutions, and in communities and in courts. We need to update our constituents on developments in this front, while at the same time introducing new creative ways to promote mediation and conflict resolution wherever conflicts are present. At the end of this two-day conference, we expect the participants to have shared mediation experiences in various communities along thematic issues. And then we also intend to highlight lessons learned and best practices in mediation. And propose actions for the next 3 years on enhancing mediation skills and establishing conflict resolution mechanisms in our communities. So before we proceed to the next part of our program, we would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Al-Rashid Balt, the Director General of the Ministry of Public Order and Safety of the Bangsamoro government. Good morning po. Okay, now to give his welcome remarks, may I call on the Vice President for Special Affairs of MedNet, Attorney Allan Barcena. Allan?
Thank you, June. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first day of our MedNet National Conference. So, for those who are not familiar with MedNet, MedNet is an advocacy group that promotes the use of alternative dispute resolution, ADR, or we call it in MedNet empowering dispute resolution because it empowers both parties in the resolution of conflicts. MedNet is an accredited organization by the Department of Justice, Office of the Alternative Dispute Resolution. So let me make a quick greetings to our MedNet president, and of course, Madet. Good morning, Madet. And to my colleagues in the Board of Trustees of MedNet. Good morning to everyone. They say that there are two certain things in life, death and taxes. Of course, you're familiar with this saying. But I will add another one, conflicts. Conflicts are part of life. Conflicts happen because we are not perfect. We have different situations, different experiences, different values, and different perspectives. But during difficult times or challenging times, as we call it in our theme for the conference, conflicts are magnified. And Kat and Attorney John mentioned a while ago why we are in a critically challenging times. Of course, you know that we are in political transition. There is a new political order. There is still the pandemic, the COVID pandemic situation. There are also economic challenges, the rising price of commodities, inflation, etc. But most of all, there is an explosion of information. As you can see, there are a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and even fake news. These are different terms, but they are problems with information. So during this critically challenging times, conflicts are magnified. And today, we are fortunate to have speakers who are experts in the field of mediation. They will share lessons and best practices in mediation coming from their long-term experience and learnings in applying mediation in different fields of conflicts. I hope that you will pay attention and participate in the discussions. No? Feel free to ask any questions. So again, thank you everyone. Thank you for participating in our conference. And I hope that you will enjoy the rest of the conference. No? But before we start, can I ask for a moment of silence for the repose of our MedNet colleague who recently passed away. He is Alvin Astronomia. So let's make a quick pause and moment of silence. Okay, so again, welcome, and I hope that you will learn from this two-day mediation conference. No? And again, as I've said, please participate in the discussions. So again, welcome, and back to you, Attorney June and Kat.